Hey guys, how's it going? Today I just want to answer some questions I've got a lot about boot camp from friends or family or just strangers who find out I was in the Marine Corps. They always have a lot of questions about boot camp, which is still funny to me since boot camp is just a really small part of your Marine Corps experience if you go into the Marine Corps. But it is, I guess, the main thing people think of for a lot of the time. So, some of the questions are really crazy that I've gotten, and I don't really know why people have asked me, but all these are things that I have actually been asked. So, the first one, which is the most ridiculous one to me, is did you have to kill anybody in boot camp? No. But where did you get that from? That's illegal. That's murder. They don't make you kill anyone in boot camp to become a Marine, but yes, I have been asked that. The next thing is a lot of people seem to think that going to boot camp completely brainwashes you and makes you insane. Um, it probably does brainwash you in little ways. Like when I got out of boot camp, I was convinced for a little while that drinking while walking was a sin, but no, it doesn't turn you into a robotic, like, government killing machine. You still are a normal human being. I mean, you do change a little bit, but realistically, any big event in your life over a 3 month period is going to change you. I mean, you think about if you go off to college for the first time, that first 3 months changes you. You go back home for Christmas break and you're a little bit different. You're not the same high school kid you were. So, I mean, most of people in boot camp are 18-year-old, 19-year-old, never really left home before, and they go straight into boot camp. So, of course, it changes you. Makes you a little more responsible. It grows you up a little bit. But no, it doesn't make you a raving lunatic. Then again, I probably was a little weird both before and after, so I don't know if I'm the best person to ask if it makes you crazy. Another question, which this is a valid question. People ask, what guns did you get to shoot? Did you get to shoot grenade launchers and machine guns and all this? Not in boot camp. In boot camp, you only get to shoot the service rifle. When I was in, it was the M16A2. While I was still in the Marine Corps, they changed it to the M16A4. I've heard rumors that the Marine Corps is upgrading again, but I would highly doubt that boot camp is going to upgrade for quite a while. So, you'll probably, if you go in the near future, be shooting the M16A4, I would assume. Haven't been to boot camp in quite a few years, so it's hard for me to exactly say, but just the M16 boot camp. It's when you move on to MCT, which I'll make a video on later. You get to shoot machine guns, you get to throw grenades, and you get to do a lot of other cool stuff in MCT. And then while I was in the Marine Corps, I got to shoot about everything they have since I went to different courses and I was certified to teach all of them. Next thing is, how long is boot camp? In the Marine Corps, it's 12 and a half weeks, so about 3 months. Which it's kind of long, but, you know, it goes by faster than you would expect. And along with that, people think, well, if it's 3 months, do I get to talk to my family at all? You get to write letters, which we got about 30 minutes on average, like a few days a week where we would get free time. We did have to do a whole lot of other stuff on that free time, you know, cleaning our gear, getting stuff ready for the next day, studying. But in that time, you'd probably get like 10 minutes to write your letters and read other letters. Which, letters are awesome. If you have a friend or family member in boot camp, send them a letter. It makes their day. It really does. And even send them a little news article or something from online or from a newspaper, because you have no clue what is going on in the outside world when you're in boot camp. But as far as phone calls, I got a 1 minute phone call once halfway through boot camp because I did something good. I don't remember what it was. I think I knocked somebody's mouthpiece out in boot camp in the Pugil Stakes event. But you're not going to get to call your family for more than a minute, maybe, because it's Marine Corps boot camp and just not that way. I know sometimes certain jobs in the Air Force and Army in their basic training, they'll let you use a phone on the weekend or whatever, but no, you're not going to get to use your cell phone. There's no point in even bringing a cell phone realistically. Leave it with your family to bring to you when you graduate. Then another question, which I think this one's a little bit silly. The people always ask, well, was it hard? Of course it's hard. It's the Marine Corps boot camp. It's the hardest branch that we have to get for basic training. So, yes, it's hard. But that being said, it's doable for any person that's not handicapped, realistically. If you have the determination and the willpower and you try to prepare yourself ahead of time a little bit with, you know, working out, just going running and getting yourself up to the standards that you'll need, anybody can do it if you decide, I'm going to be a Marine. And that's what it takes. It's more mental than physical, a lot of it. yes, it's physically hard. You're going to be tired. They're going to wear you out sometimes, but it's mostly mental. People get emotionally broken way faster than they get physically broken in boot camp, I think. You saw a lot of people that just couldn't do it emotionally, and they'd get dropped back in training, but unfortunately, if you get dropped back in training, 90% of the time they stick you in another platoon, so you stay longer. But, like I said, just be determined. If you are going to go with the mindset that you're going to graduate boot camp and you're going to be a Marine. Otherwise, there's no point in you going, and you'll probably have a terrible time. Next thing people ask, was it fun? Boot camp has its fun moments. I wouldn't say overall it's fun, but, I mean, I did have fun moments, and looking back, there's things I'm like, there's no way that happened. Honestly, boot camp to me, looking back, seems more like a comical, like, weird dream that I had, because the drill instructors do some ridiculous things to you, and I just remember looking back at certain things, and I'm like, that doesn't even make sense that they did that. I know there was one time I looked around, and there were a whole bunch of people running behind me in just their workout shorts, which are really short in boot camp, and most of the Marine Corps, unfortunately. But they had their drawstrings pulled around their head just in those, sprinting around. And it was weird. I can't explain why I saw that, but I did. And you see drill instructors cussing out birds over in the field somewhere. It doesn't make sense, and it's not supposed to. It's just weird. The next thing, do they hit you in boot camp? That's a tough one. The drill instructors are technically not allowed to assault you, and they're not going to just beat you up unless you really mess up, but people do get hit. Unfortunately, it does happen, but it's not like in some of the movies where they're just going to beat the crap out of you for no reason. They are if you get within an arm's distance, or at least when I was there, they were allowed to hit you, well, push you back, but I did see people get hit because of that, and just, I saw a person try to square up to a drill instructor, and that didn't go well for the person. Just common sense things. If you don't try to fight the drill instructor, you probably won't really get hit. Unfortunately, it does happen. Some people take things too far, and don't really blame the drill instructors when that does happen, because they have a stressful job, they don't get sleep, and their job is to be insane. So, I mean, it does make it hard, but really that's all the other questions I can think of that I get asked regularly. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and just like this video if you liked it, and hit subscribe to my channel. That way you can get more updates like this, and I'll try to answer any questions you have as soon as I can. Have a great day.